What if I told you that the reason everything in your life feels so stagnant, heavy, and perplexing right now is that you are clinging too tightly? Additionally, what if I mentioned that the moment you cease trying to control every aspect of your existence is when life begins to flow once more? While this may seem odd at first, I urge you to stay with me until the conclusion of this video, because there is a profound truth I will share with you shortly. Once you grasp this concept, you will notice genuine shifts occurring in your life. Let me pose a question. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you tried everything possible to make something work, but the harder you pushed, the worse it became? Perhaps it was a relationship. You desired it to succeed so intensely that you kept texting, calling, and attempting to fix it. Yet the more energy you invested, the more distant the other person grew. Or perhaps it pertained to your professional life. You continued applying for jobs, forcing motivation upon yourself, setting goals and adhering to routines. But deep down, everything felt blocked. It was as if you were on a treadmill that led nowhere. You were exhausting yourself without moving forward. If you have experienced this, rest assured, you are not alone. I've gone through similar struggles, as have countless others. It is one of the most painful human experiences, striving tirelessly to make life align with your desires, only to face obstacles. So why does this happen? Why do we exert so much effort, only to end up feeling increasingly stuck, exhausted, and lost? The answer is both simple and profound. We are not designed to force life. Rather, we are meant to flow with it. This flow begins when we genuinely surrender. I understand that the concept of surrender can be misconstrued as giving up or a sign of weakness, but this is a misunderstanding. In a spiritual context, surrender does not equate to quitting life. It involves relinquishing the illusion of control. It means trusting that there is a greater intelligence at play than our minds can comprehend. It is about letting go of the relentless struggle and allowing a deeper force to guide us. I recall a time in my life when I hit rock bottom emotionally. I had been trying to cultivate a project that I passionately believed in and poured my time, energy, money, and heart into. Yet everything seemed to unravel. People walked away, support diminished, and I found myself burned out and frustrated, feeling genuinely angry at the universe. I wondered why life would put obstructions in the path of something I cared for deeply. However, one night, something remarkable happened. I simply decided to let go. Not because I had made a conscious choice to do so, but because I had no energy left to continue fighting. I sat in stillness, uttering, "Okay, life, I do not know what to do anymore. Please take the lead." In that moment of quietude, something shifted within me. I felt at peace. This experience led me to a deeper understanding of what it truly means to surrender. However, surrender is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice. It entails waking up and asserting, "I will do my part, but I will not force the outcome. I will make room for life to surprise me." When you adopt this mindset, something truly magical occurs. Synchronicities appear. Events align without your active pursuit. People reach out to you at the perfect moment. Ideas come to you effortlessly. You are no longer struggling upstream. You are flowing in the river of life. A dear friend of mine exemplifies this beautifully. She had been searching for a rental home for over 6 months, but each property she liked was gone. Frustrated, she finally declared, "Universe, you know what I need. I trust you." And she stopped her search. A week later, a friend unexpectedly called her about a property that was not even listed online. It was everything she desired: perfect, affordable, and peaceful. but something she could never have discovered through her persistent searching. This is the essence of surrender. It clears the clutter, allowing the universe to move. Now, let us get practical for a moment. How can you actually surrender when your mind is shouting at you to take control? First, acknowledge that control is merely an illusion. Regardless of how much you plan, life can always surprise you. Second, become aware of where you might be forcing the situation. Are you habitually checking your phone for a response from someone? Are you obsessing over results? Are you persisting in a job you dislike solely for security? These behaviors indicate that you are not in a state of flow. Third, and this is quite powerful, pause. Not indefinitely, but just long enough to breathe and reflect. Sit in silence, write in a journal, or take a walk without any distractions. Create space. Then, instead of asking, "How can I fix this?" ask yourself, "What if I let this situation be for the time being? What if life has a better plan?" This small shift in perspective opens up new possibilities. Another practical approach to surrendering involves engaging with your body. When you are under stress or exerting too much force, your body tenses up, shoulders tight. One of the most significant hurdles to surrender is fear. The fear that if you let go, everything will collapse. However, here is the truth. Most of what disintegrates was not intended for you in the first place. Allow that realization to resonate. The universe does not punish you when things come to an end. Rather, it clears your path. It removes what is misaligned so that what is meant for you can arrive. But you must gather the courage to release what is no longer serving you. Examine your life closely. Where are you forcing something out of fear? Perhaps it is a relationship you have outgrown, a career that drains your energy, or a version of yourself that no longer resonates with you. These are the areas that are calling for surrender. Yes, it is uncomfortable initially. The mind will resist, questioning, but what if nothing better comes? This is where faith comes into play. You must trust that life possesses greater wisdom than your plans. Something beautiful happens when you begin to surrender. Your energy shifts. People can sense it. You become calmer, gentler, and more magnetic. Opportunities start coming to you rather than you constantly chasing after them, because you are now aligned. You are no longer pursuing life. You are allowing life to come to you. Let me share a final example that touched me profoundly. A man lost his job during a company downsizing. Out of fear and urgency, he applied for similar roles for months, but nothing felt right. One day, out of frustration, he decided to stop applying and went for a walk, which eventually became a regular habit. During these walks, he began taking photographs of nature for fun, and a friend noticed his pictures and encouraged him to share them online. Within a year, his hobby blossomed into a small photography business. He now travels and teaches others how to connect with nature, an opportunity that never would have materialized had he not surrendered to the unexpected pause in his life. Perhaps you find yourself in a similar pause at this moment, with life feeling uncertain. However, what if, instead of viewing it as a problem, you started to see this time as preparation? What if this pause is the universe creating space for something greater to unfold? That shift in perspective is everything. Now remember the suspense I promised at the beginning of this video. The profound truth that can change everything. Here it is. You are not separate from the universe you are desperately trying to control. Read that again. You are not separate. You are the universe experiencing itself through your unique narrative. Thus, when you surrender, you are not relinquishing control to some external force. Instead, you are reconnecting with your own higher intelligence, with that part of yourself that already knows the way. Think of it as the relationship between the ocean and the wave. The wave may forget that it is part of the ocean and panic when it crashes. Yet the ocean remains constant, powerful, and infinite. You are that ocean. When you stop attempting to be merely the wave and surrender to a deeper flow, you will realize that you are never lost. You are always being supported. If you are feeling stuck, let go. If you are weary of fighting, take a rest. If you are uncertain about your next steps, trust in the process. The moment you surrender, life will begin to flow freely once again. Not because you have given up, but because you have finally remembered that you are never navigating this journey alone. That is where the true magic begins.